computer. A computer is an electronic machine that works very fast without making any mistakes. The word computer is derived from the word compute, which means to calculate. A calculator is also an electronic machine which is used for mathematical calculations. Differences between a computer and a calculator. Computer, calculator. It can be used for drawing and coloring pictures. It cannot be used for drawing and coloring pictures. It can be used for writing letters. It cannot be used for writing letters. It can be used for watching movies and listening to music. It cannot be used for watching movies or listening to music. It can be used for playing different types of games. It cannot be used for playing games. Infobyte. The earliest computers were built only for calculations. A computer and a man. A computer is a smart machine which helps us to do many things. A man can also do many things. Then, what is the difference between a computer and a man? Let us know. A computer never makes mistakes. It always shows the correct answer. But a man sometimes makes mistakes while solving sums. A computer works much faster than a man. A modern computer can solve hundreds of sums in just a few seconds. A computer never gets tired. It can work for a long time without taking a rest. When a man works for a long time, he gets tired. He then needs to take some rest. A computer has a very good memory. It can store a large amount of information. It does not forget anything. A man cannot remember all the things forever. He forgets many things. A computer never gets bored of doing the same work again and again, but a man gets bored doing the same kind of work again and again. A computer cannot take any decision on its own. It works on the instructions given by a man. A man can work even if no one tells him what to do. Thus, he can take decisions on his own. A computer does not have any emotions like a man, so it never feels happy, sad, angry, or gets upset. Thus, there are so many differences between a computer and a man. Types of computers. On the basis of the shapes and sizes, computers have been classified into the following types. A desktop computer is a computer which is kept on a desk. It is difficult to move a desktop computer from one place to another because it is big and heavy. A laptop is smaller than a desktop computer. We can keep it on our lap while working on it. A laptop is lighter than a desktop computer. It can easily be carried from one place to another place. Tablets and smartphones are computers which are smaller than a laptop. They can easily be carried in our pockets. A smartphone is even smaller and lighter than a tablet. Desktops, laptops, smartphones and tablets are also called personal computers, PCs, as they can be used by only one person at a time. Parts of a computer. Our body has many parts. Similarly, a computer also has many parts. Parts of a computer. Let us know about the different parts of a computer. A computer has 4 main parts: monitor, CPU, keyboard, mouse. Apart from these main parts, we can attach other parts to the computer: speakers, microphone, printer, pen drive. Main parts of a computer. Monitor. Monitor looks like a TV because it has a screen. It is also called a Visual Display Unit or VDU. There are 2 types of monitors: cathode ray tube CRT monitor, thin film tube TFT monitor. Infobyte. TFT monitors are flat and cover less space as compared to CRT monitors. CRT monitor, TFT monitor. A monitor displays the work done on the computer. We can see movies and pictures on the screen. CPU. The CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It is fitted inside the CPU box. The CPU controls the other parts of a computer. It is also called the brain of a computer. It also controls all the functions of the computer. CPU. The CPU box also contains the following: the parts where the computer stores data, the button for switching on and off the computer, CD or DVD drive, the places where we can attach external devices like pen drives, etc. Keyboard. A keyboard has many keys on it. These keys are used to type letters, numbers and symbols. There are many types of keyboards having different number of keys. A keyboard has the alphabet keys, the numeric keys, and the special keys. Apart from these keys, a keyboard has some special keys such as the space bar, enter keys, backspace key, and delete key. Info byte. Usually a keyboard has 104 keys on it. Mouse. A mouse usually has 2 buttons and a scroll wheel on it. The mouse has a wire that looks like the tail of a mouse. The wire connects the mouse to the CPU box. A mouse helps us point at and select different things on the monitor. It also helps us click and drag objects on the monitor. We can also draw pictures, play movies, and open files with the help of a mouse. A mouse is usually kept on a mouse pad. A mouse kept on the mouse pad moves smoothly. Some other parts of a computer. Printer. Everything that we see on the monitor can be printed on paper. It is done by a printer. The sheet of paper with the information printed on it is called the printout. The most common types of printers are dot matrix printers, inkjet printers, and laser printers. Info byte. A printout is also known as the hard copy, while the information which is on the computer is known as the soft copy. Microphones, speakers, and headphones. A microphone is used to record different sounds. It is used to store sound into a computer. Speakers and headphones help us to listen to the sound coming from a computer. Headphones are used when we want to listen to something without disturbing others around us. CD, DVD drive. A CD or DVD drive is fitted inside the CPU box. It reads information from a CD or DVD and displays on the monitor. A CD or a DVD is a circular disk which can store a lot of information permanently. A DVD can hold more information than a CD. Info byte. The full form of CD is compact disc and the full form of DVD is digital versatile disc or digital video disc. This is the CD or the DVD drive. Pen drive. A pen drive is another device which can store information. A pen drive is used to store information temporarily. We can copy and paste things on a pen drive very easily. A pen drive is small in size and can easily be carried. So, it helps in transferring information from one computer to the other. Info byte. A pen drive is also known as flash drive. Hard disk. Hard disk is the main device of a computer for storing information. It has the largest storage capacity. It is fitted inside the CPU box. UPS. UPS stands for uninterrupted power supply. It keeps the computer working when the power supply goes off. It provides us time to complete and save our work before switching off the computer. Info byte. A UPS has a battery inside it which can give power to a computer for a few minutes when the power supply goes off. Uses of computers. You already know that a computer is a wonderful machine. It can perform many kinds of tasks quickly and correctly. This is the reason that it is used at different places of work. Some of these places are schools, airports, railway stations, hospitals, banks, hotels and offices. Let us know the uses of computers at these places. In schools. In schools, computers are used for different purposes. Teachers use computers to teach the students. The students also use computers to learn different subjects. Computers being used by the teacher for teaching. Computers are used to maintain fee records of the students. They are also used to maintain students' records. A computer being used for maintaining fee records. Infobyte. Record is a piece of information of a particular person or object. Computers are used in the library to maintain records of the books. A computer being used in library. Computers are used to prepare and print useful documents such as timetables, notices, and circulars. A computer being used for printout. At railway stations and airports. At railway stations and airports, computers are used to book train and flight tickets. Computers show information about the arrival and departure of trains and flights at railway stations and airports respectively. Computers displaying information about flights. Computers being used for booking train tickets. In making movies. Computers are also used to make animated movies like Kung Fu Panda and Shrek. These movies are called animated movies, which were created using the computers. Animated movies show drawings and models of people and animals which seem to move. A computer being used for making animated movies. In banks. In banks, computers are used to maintain customers' bank accounts. ATMs are controlled through computers. We can deposit and withdraw money from an ATM. ATM stands for Automated Teller Machine. Computers being used in a bank. A woman using an ATM. In hospitals. In hospitals, computers are used to maintain records of the patients. They are also used to prepare medical reports and bills of the patients. Doctors perform operations with the help of computers. Computers being used in a hospital. In offices, computers are used to maintain employees' records and to print documents. Computers are also used by employees to send or receive messages via email, electronic mail. CDs and DVDs are used to store a lot of official information which can be read on computers. Computers being used in an office. In designing. Designing means making the look of something more attractive. We use computers to design many things. Fashion designers use computers to design clothes. A computer being used to design clothes. Architects use computers to design flyovers, bridges and other buildings. Artists use computers to design artwork. Engineers use computers to design cars, aeroplanes and many other machines. A computer being used by an architect. Publishers use computers to design newspapers, magazines and books. A computer being used in a publishing house. Infobyte. CAD is a kind of computer program used for designing buildings and machines. In space research, computers help us take photographs of the stars and the planets. Computers provide data about other planets through satellites. Computers help us launch and control satellites and rockets used in space research. Computers also help in weather forecasting. A computer being used to launch and control satellites. Starting and shutting down a computer. In class 1, you studied how to start and shut down the computer. Let us know more about it. You know that a computer is an electronic machine. It should be operated very carefully. We must know the proper way of starting and shutting down a computer. Switching on a computer is known as starting a computer. Similarly, switching off a computer is called shutting down a computer. Let us study about this in detail. Let us know the power buttons. The main power supply button. You know that computers run on electricity. A plug connects the computer with the electric switchboard. This electric switch is called main power supply button. An interrupted power supply, UPS, is used to give backup power when there is a power cut. The UPS is useful in case of a sudden power cut. It also has a power button. The CPU box also has a power button. UPS power button. CPU box. The monitor also has a power button. Once we turn on the power button on the monitor, we have to wait for some time. Starting a computer. Let us know the steps to start a computer properly. Switch on the main power supply button. Switch on the UPS power button. Once the UPS is switched on, switch on the CPU box power button. Finally, switch on the monitor power button to see the display on the screen. Then you will see the welcome screen on the monitor. After that, you will get the first screen. This is called the desktop. You will see many small pictures on the desktop, which are called the icons. The start button is present on the lower left corner of the screen. Main screen, desktop. Start button, icons. Shutting down a computer. To shut down the computer, follow the given steps. Click on the Start button. This opens the Start menu. Then, click on the Shut Down button on the lower right side of the Start menu. A message showing the computer is shutting down appears on the monitor. Now, wait until the computer shuts down automatically. Switch off the monitor power button. Then, switch off the UPS power button and the main power supply button. Info byte. It may be harmful to the computer if you switch off the main power supply button without safely shutting down the computer first. More about keyboard and mouse. A keyboard looks like a typewriter. It has many keys to type letters, numbers, and symbols. Some keys of the keyboard are used to give instructions to the computer. The most commonly used keyboard is QWERTY keyboard. Let us know about it. There are different types of keyboards. Look at the alphabet keys on this keyboard. The first 6 alphabet keys of the topmost row are Q, W, E, R, T, and Y. That is why these keyboards are called QWERTY keyboards. A QWERTY keyboard usually has 104 keys. You have already studied about alphabet keys, number keys, enter keys, etc. in class 1. Let us know about some other keys on a QWERTY keyboard. Info byte. Some mobile phones also have a QWERTY keypad. Cursor control keys. If you open some programs like Notepad or Wordpad, etc., you will see a small vertical blinking pointer. This blinking pointer is called the cursor. This shows the position of the letter or number to be typed. Computer book, cursor on the screen. There are 4 cursor control keys which allow us to move the cursor up, down, right and left. These cursor control keys are also called the arrow keys. Pressing the up arrow key moves the cursor up. Pressing the down arrow key moves the cursor down. Pressing the left arrow key moves the cursor to the left. Pressing the right arrow key moves the cursor to the right. Home key. The home key moves the cursor to the start of the line. End key. The end key moves the cursor to the end of the line. Backspace key. The backspace key usually has a pointing arrow marked on the key on its left side. It erases the letter or number to the left of the cursor. Every time you press the backspace key, one letter or number to the left of the cursor is erased. Delete key. The delete key is also used to erase or delete letters or numbers. Every time the delete key is pressed, it erases one letter or number to the right of the cursor. Caps lock key. The caps lock key is used to enter text in capital letters. When you press the caps lock key, the light on the right-hand side of the keyboard gets on. This shows that if we press any letters, they would get typed in uppercase. If we press the caps lock key again, the light gets off. The letters, if pressed now, get typed in lowercase. Numlock key. If you see the keyboard carefully, you will find two sets of numeric keys on it. Numlock on. The set of numeric keys on the right-hand side of the keyboard is called the numpad. The top left key on the numpad is the numlock key. We have to turn on the numlock button if we want to enter numbers using the numpad. The glowing light on the top right side of the keyboard will let us know whether numlock is turned on or off. Shift key. There are two shift keys on a standard QWERTY keyboard. We usually use the shift key in combination with other keys. Look at the key with the number 2 on top of the alphabet keys. When we press this key without the shift key, number 2 appears on the monitor. If we keep the shift key pressed and then press this key, the symbol A at the rate of appears on the monitor. Similarly, when we press the key with number 5 without the shift key, we see that number 5 appears on the monitor. If we keep the shift key pressed and then press this key, we can see that the symbol % appears on the monitor. Mouse. The mouse is a part of computer system. It is attached to the CPU box with a long wire that looks like a tail. A computer mouse can be used to select and open things on a computer with the help of a mouse pointer. You can also use a computer mouse to draw pictures and play games on a computer screen. Types of a computer mouse. A computer mouse can be of different types. They are: 2-button mouse. It is a mouse with 2 buttons, left button and right button. 3-button mouse. It is a mouse with 3 buttons, left button, middle button and right button. Note: 3-button mouses are no longer used these days. Scroll button or the scroll mouse. It is a mouse with left button, right button and a scroll wheel in the middle. You can move up and down a page by moving this wheel. A scroll mouse can be a ball mouse, an optical mouse, or a wireless mouse. The ball mouse has a ball under it. When you move a computer mouse on a mouse pad, the ball moves. This ball helps in the movement of mouse pointer on the computer screen. The optical mouse has a red light under it. The optical mouse is faster than the ball mouse. However, it is expensive. The wireless mouse is not attached to the computer through a wire. It communicates with the computer using signals just like a remote control is used to change TV channels. Action on the mouse. We can perform the following activities using a mouse: scrolling, click, left click, right click, double click, drag and drop. Scrolling. The scroll wheel in the middle allows us to go up or down a page on the computer screen. This is called scrolling. Click, left click. To click left click a mouse, gently press the left button on the mouse once and then release it. This makes a clicking sound. This is done to select an item on the screen. First take the mouse pointer on the item, then click on it to select it. Right click. To right click the mouse, press and release the right button on the mouse gently. This also makes a clicking sound. Right-clicking on an item shows a list of things one can do, a list of commands one can select from. A command tells the computer what to do. The list of commands is called a menu. Double-click. To double-click the mouse, quickly press and release the left mouse button twice. This makes a click-click sound. Double-clicking is used to open files, folders, or programs on the computer. For example, double-clicking on the computer icon on the desktop will open the computer window. Drag and drop. Drag and drop action is used to move an item from one position to another on the computer screen. To do this, first position the mouse pointer over the item you want to move. Then, click and hold the left mouse button. Now, still holding the mouse button, drag the icon to its new position by moving the mouse. Once the icon is at the position where you want it to be, drop it by releasing the mouse button. Shapes Toolbox. The Shapes group contains the Shapes toolbox, which has many tools that can be used for drawing. These tools allow us to draw straight lines, curved lines, rectangles, arrows, and many other different shapes. Let us study about some of these tools that can be used to draw pictures. Line tool. Line tool is used to draw straight lines. We can also change its thickness and color. Select the line tool from the Shapes group. Click on the down arrow below size to select the thickness of the line. Now, select a foreground color by clicking on Color 1 in the Colors group and then choose a color. You can also select a background color by clicking on Color 2 and then choosing a color. To draw a picture, click and drag the mouse pointer inside the drawing area. You can also select different styles of lines by clicking on the small downward pointing arrow besides Outline button. Info Byte. To draw a line using the background color, right-click your mouse and then drag it. Curve tool. Curve tool is used to make different curved shapes. To draw a curved shape, follow the steps given below. Click on the Home tab. Click on the Curve tool from Shapes group. Click on the Size box and select the line thickness. Now, drag the mouse to draw a line. Now click on the line and drag to draw a curve. Rounded Rectangle tool. It is also used to draw rectangular shapes, but the corners of the rectangle are in round shape. Follow the steps given below to draw a rounded rectangle. Click on the Home tab. Click on the Rounded Rectangle tool from Shapes group. Click on the Size box. Select the width of line thickness. Drag the mouse to draw a rounded rectangle. Polygon tool. This tool can be used to make shapes of different number of sides. Click on the Home tab. Click on the Polygon tool from Shapes group. Click on the Size box. Select the width of line thickness. Press the left button and drag the mouse. Release the mouse button to make a side. Now, click anywhere in the drawing page. Repeat step 7 until you make the final shape. Now, click on the starting point of the shape. Eraser tool. Eraser tool is used to erase unwanted parts of the picture. You can find it just below the pencil tool. Select the eraser tool from the Tools group by clicking on it. Now, select the size of the eraser. Now click and drag the mouse pointer over the part of the image you want to erase. Info Byte. You can use eraser tool to add a background color while erasing the picture. To do this, select Color 2 after selecting the size of the eraser. Then, select the required color from the color palette. Now, right-click and drag the mouse pointer where you want to apply the background color. Fill with Color tool. Fill with Color tool is used to fill color in an enclosed area. It is in the Tools group just next to the Pencil tool. To fill a closed shape with a selected color, choose the Fill with Color tool from the Tools group. Select the color you want to use after clicking on Color 1. Click inside the shape you want to fill with color. Info Byte. If there is any gap in the outline of the shape, or if the shape is not closed, the color may spill to other areas of the picture while using the Fill with Color tool. Text tool. Text tool is used to write in the drawing area. This tool is in the Tools group just next to the Fill with Color tool. To select the Text tool, click on it. Click in the drawing area where you want to enter the text. The cursor appears on the screen. The Text tab is automatically selected instead of the Home tab. Select the font size and style in the font group. Now, select the color of the text by clicking on Color 1 and then selecting a color. Use your keyboard to type the text. Select tool. Select tool is used to select a picture or any part of it. The Select tool is in the Image group. Click the small down arrow under Select button to open a menu. You can select different selection shapes from the drop-down menu. Rectangular selection. To select a square or rectangular area in the picture, choose this option. Freeform selection. To select an irregular shape, choose this option. Select all. To select the entire picture, choose this option. Invert selection. To select everything in the picture apart from what is currently selected, click on this option. Delete. To delete the selected area of the picture, click on this option. Magnifier tool. Magnifier tool is used to magnify or zoom in different parts of the picture. The magnifier tool is in the Tools group just under the Text tool. Let us know how to use the magnifier tool. Click on the magnifier tool. Move the mouse on the part of the image you want to magnify. You will see that the usual mouse pointer is replaced by a big box and a magnifying glass. This big box and a magnifying glass show which part of the picture is going to be magnified when you use the magnifier tool. Info Byte. You can also use the zoom slider on the bottom right corner of the window to zoom in or zoom out an image. Starting Wordpad program. Here are the steps to start Wordpad. Click on the Start button. Click on All Programs. Click on Accessories. Click on Wordpad. How easy it is to start Wordpad! The Wordpad window opens. Look at the different components of the Wordpad window. Cursor, Wordpad button, title bar, ruler, ribbon, work area, zoom in and out, writing in Wordpad. Start Wordpad. You will see a small vertical bar in the blank area. This vertical bar is called the cursor. It indicates from where your writing will start. Let us start writing. Type the following sentences. Computer is an electronic machine. Press enter to change the line. It can do many kinds of work. Press enter. I like studying computer. Your text will look like this in the Wordpad window. Info Byte. MS Word is a popular word processing program. Saving a file or document. By saving a file, we can open and see it again and again. We can also add text to it anytime. It is always good to save our documents while working on it. In case the computer stops working, we will not lose our work. Let's see the steps to save a file. Click on the Wordpad button. Click on Save. The Save As window appears. Click on the location where you want to save the document. In the File Name box, type a name for your document. Click on the Save button in the Save As window. Opening a file or document. You can follow these steps to open a saved file. Click on the Wordpad button. Click on the Open option. Select the document to be opened. Click on Open to open the file.